Hey plant lovers, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing some chilled out plant care. Just some bits and bobs that need doing, you know, the kind of maintenance that just needs doing all the time. One of the things I need to do is to chop off some yellow leaves, and yellow leaves are completely normal. When you get a yellow leaf or two at the bottom of your plant, it's just the leaf has come to the end of its life. It's perfectly normal. So you can see on this Monstera Adansonii we have several yellow leaves, and this is because there are several plants in this pot. So usually the lower leaf eventually dies off and it just goes yellow. And as I say, that's perfectly normal. It's just that the leaf has done its job and it's come to the end of its life. And just as a precaution, I do usually just check the leaf anyway for pests, just to make sure. But usually if there's a pest problem, you tend to get multiple leaves going yellow all at once. Yeah, this is just normal stuff. And there's another one there I can see. Right at the base again. Again, perfectly normal. I'll just check to make sure. No sign of pests. I think we have one more in here. Yeah, right there at the bottom. Because this plant has multiple growth points, there are quite a lot of at different places. Oh, yep, that one's fine too. I do actually have, or I did have, I don't know if it's still there, I used to have a really cute jumping spider living in this plant. And at first I thought it was spider mites, because jumping spiders, they don't make traditional webs like other spiders make. They make more kind of little silken cocoons. And at first I thought, oh my gosh, is this spider mites? But then I saw the spider come out, and it is the cutest thing you've ever seen. If you've ever looked at a jumping spider up close, they are the cutest thing you've ever seen. Yeah, so once I knew he was there, I just left him to it. They don't live very long though, so he may not still be in there, but I used to see him kind of going around all my plants, and sometimes I'd find like a little silken cocoon either in the base of the soil, sometimes it would be, or other times I might find a little cocoon underneath one of the leaves. But yeah, just be aware that if you find them, it may not be spider mites, it could be a jumping spider. And jumping spiders do eat flies and moths and things like that, so they are beneficial to keep on the plant. And as I say, they are super cute. If you Google jumping spider and have a look at their little faces, they're the most adorable thing you've ever seen. Okay, so I think that's it for that one. I'm just going to do a quick check to see if I can see anything else. I did actually recently propagate from this plant again, and already I've got growth coming over and above the poles. So this one is a real prolific grower. It grows so fast. But I'm just going to leave it for now because I have so many of the propagations around that I don't really need any more right now. You can see there are lots of loads of growth points and loads of new growth on this plant. I do love how quickly this one grows. Over here on my Philodendron silver sword, I have a yellow leaf, and this one I think I can just peel that off actually. I don't want to touch it though. Yeah, this one has died off, I think, because it came out damaged. I think I've spoken about this before, but sometimes philodendrons get a bit stuck. This leaf got a bit stuck, and I think it's just not survived. So yeah, chop that one off. That's okay, it happens. As far as I can tell, that's the only one Needs chopping on that one. Yeah. I believe this Monstera needs a little bit of a prune. You can see it's got a few yellow leaves. Again, they are just the kind of oldest ones. Let me just double check. See if we have any pests. Nope, looks fine. So just going to snip that off. Oh no, I accidentally snipped a new leaf as well. Eek. It does happen sometimes, but got to be careful. I wasn't looking what I was doing, never mind. I think there might have been one more here. Is that one going yellow? Let's see. Are you going yellow? Oh, I think it's okay. Just the one on that one. I'll show you the new growth in there. You can see kind of in the pot where I planted lots of propagations back in, and they're growing these new little babies. And I have got a few more of these in propagation at the moment that I'm going to add back in when they're ready. I don't think they're ready yet, but I've got, I think it was 3 more vines ready to go back in. And yeah, this one's a pretty prolific grower, so it's quite fast to grow back when you chop it as well. So yeah, a really good one to chop and prop and fill out the pot. I'm a little bit worried about this Syngonium red heart. A few of the leaves have been coming off of it. This one just fell off, and this is one of the ones that I got from Plants for All Seasons, and I'm getting a little worried that it might be rotting. Unfortunately, a lot of the ones that I bought from Plants for All Seasons did have... has that just fallen off? That's a healthy new leaf. I think this might have rot. Oh no. I didn't want any problems today, I just wanted a chilled day. It looks like I might have to check this and maybe chop it up if it's rotting. Yeah, as I say, I've spoken about it before. A lot of the plants that I got from Plants for All Seasons, they came absolutely soaking wet, and they turned out to have root rot problems later. I did, of course, let them dry out before watering them, but they were already fairly weak as well from aphids, and yeah, they were soaking wet, and a lot of them have kind of had a lot of problems since. Sadly, it looks like this one might be having some issues. Does look like they might be rotting. I think I'm going to have to chop and prop this plant. Okay, so I have washed my scissors and I'm going to chop this up. Really wasted my money buying plants from Plants for All Seasons. I've had to chop all of them up apart from one, my Syngonium Mottled, which seems to be doing okay. All the rest of them have just rotted and had pests and been terrible. Oh well. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Ugh. absolute waste of money that place was. Oh well. Can't believe this one's gone as well. Honestly thought this one was doing okay. Still, I must not get stressed because it is not worth it. Just going to chop it and throw it away. Throw away the roots and grow some new ones, hopefully. I really don't know how successful this is going to be because there aren't exactly a huge amount of aerial roots, and this one has got quite, the nodes are quite close together as well. Got a little bit of root there. I'm going to keep that because I've got a tiny bit of healthy root there at the end. So I'll keep that on in case it might be okay. Yeah, I just don't want to spend ages on this. I'm just going to cut it off, dry it out a bit. And then once I've dried it out, I shall dip it in a little bit of rooting hormone, and then I shall just pop them in water, and we'll hope that they survive. But I'm kind of beyond caring at this point, I have to be honest with you. Just going to leave that one, it's tiny. Okay, and then I'm just going to chuck the whole entire pot of soil out because I'm not going to keep that, it's gross. So there we go. As I say, I'm just going to let these dry out. Then I'm going to dip them in a bit of rooting hormone and just pop them in water. It's worth a try, isn't it? I thought this one was doing okay. It's a real shame to see that it's not. But as I say, I'm kind of beyond caring right now. That can just go in the bin. And I'm done. I think that's pretty much nearly all of the plants now that I bought from there. And as I say, apart from my Syngonium Mottled, this one is pretty much the only one that kind of has done okay. So, oh well. I am over it. Okay, on to something fun. I'm going to put this little purple passion plant into this planter. Well, it's supposed to be a candle holder, but I thought it would make a cool planter. So yeah, just a bit of fun really. Because I kind of just did this extra cutting on a whim. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it, so I figure I'll do something kind of fun and creative. Apologies if you can hear the dog outside the window. There's this same dog that every so often barks really loudly. And yeah, it's very annoying, but it kind of has the most high-pitched bark you've ever heard. And look at that, some really good roots on there. So yeah, this doesn't have drainage holes, but I thought it would be fun to kind of just do a little experiment. It's not something I'd normally do, but I figured because it's like an extra kind of plant that I wasn't planning on having, It would be fun to try something a bit different. And if it doesn't work out, then it's not the end of the world. I'll be okay with it. But if it does work out, then yeah, that'll be a fun little thing. And it's not Halloween yet, but that's okay. We can still do a Halloween planter. Kind of had my eye out for some cool Halloween planters. Maybe there'll be a few around actually Halloween time, but it'd be cool to get a few that are not too tacky, if you know what I mean. Sometimes Halloween stuff can be really tacky, can't it? Yeah, let's see how this goes. I don't know how it's going to go, as I say. It might not go well. But it just looks kind of cool because you've got the jack-o'-lantern, and now he's got kind of purple hair, which is kind of just a bit of fun. Yeah, I like it. What do you think? I'm definitely going to have a look out coming up to Halloween, see if I can find any kind of Halloween themed planters. It'd be cool to do a Halloween themed video. And I'm also a Halloween baby, so it kind of fits in pretty well. So I thought I'd just give you a quick update on how my yucca plant is doing. Look at all this wonderful growth. It's growing so well. Now I am hoping that I'll get some more growth points coming out, because at the moment I've only got the one. And obviously it would be nice to have some more growth points. I'm hoping they will come in time, but so far the ones that I do have here are looking really, really good. And I also have this new guy coming out of the soil there too, a new little baby, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, just hoping that I'll get some more so that it's more of a fuller plant. I'm sure it will happen eventually. I'm grateful just to have this growth, because from my research I did find out that sometimes these can take quite a while, and with me being in an indoor environment too, I was kind of worried that maybe it would take ages. But yeah, I'm really happy so far. I think it's possible I can see a new point coming out there. You tend to get a kind of a bulge first off, and then eventually it will start to grow out, so hoping that might be a bulge there. And they don't always come from the top too, sometimes you can get them lower down as well. But ideally I'd like to have a few more at the top here, but I will have patience and just, yeah, trust the process. I'm sure I will get some more soon, but I am really happy with how this is going. It's a much more manageable size now like this. It's still a fairly decent sized yucca, but yeah, just much more manageable. So I think that might be another little point coming out there too. Come on yucca, grow. Just got to be patient. Give it plenty of light. I am mean with the watering, I let it dry out completely before I water it. Seems really happy. they are quite sharp, so you have to be careful. Like, I can rub my hand along this bit, but the edges are very, very sharp, so be careful not to cut yourself on those. This is my Syngonium mottled propagation jar, and I'm going to take them out and see how the roots are doing, because I can't actually see. It's obviously just trying to see if I can have a little peek, but I see new leaves coming out, so that might mean there's some roots. Usually it does. Let's have a look what we've got here. This is going to be surprising to me as it is to you. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I see some roots. Just nice and careful. Oh yeah, we do have some roots. Nice. Yep, I think I will change that water too. Whilst I'm here, might as well. Look at that. Those are rooting so well. And I definitely won't be potting these up just yet, but I will change the water. I've been changing it about once a week on this one. Oh, I'm getting flicked with water here. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's going. Some really meaty, thick roots there. Nice surprise. Yeah, that's a nice surprise. I didn't propagate this one because of any root rot issues. As I say, this was the only plant that I've had from Plants for All Seasons that's actually done okay and seems to be thriving. So yeah, I'm pleased with that, but that's some really good root growth. Hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more planty content from me. And as always, guys, thanks for joining me today, and until next time, look after your plants and look after yourself.